So hey guys, welcome back to my channel again. In this video we are going to talk about the CloudWatch logs. Okay, how to send CloudWatch logs, how to filter those, how to separate those fields and all, and visualize it in the CloudWatch dashboard, so on. So okay, so let's get started. Before going to that, we have to create an user in AWS account, right? So for that we have to go to navigate to AWS dashboard. If you see, this is my root account, Jack, right? So you have to go to IA users. Okay, it will be under IAM. Just search it here, users. You'll get IAM features. Navigate to the users. I won't recommend you guys to create an access key and secret key inside the root account itself, okay? Because there might be suspicious activities or hackers. No, it can be the keys. If the keys were exposed, right? So it will create a multiple instances and whatever they might do, right? So it will be a billing to you itself next in the end. So to avoid that, we have to create a user, give permissions to the user, and then use that user to call in APIs. Okay, let's create a user in an IAM role. I'll make it as a test user. Okay, so next I'll click on next. For giving the permissions, if you have the user groups, let's say if you have a dev group, QA group, or testing group, so on, so you can attach that group to this user as well. For the next command, it's something like copy permissions. If you have a group, particular group, if you want to delete something from the group and copy the other permissions to this group, you can add this as well. So I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to just attach the policies whatever I need for my user to be done. So which is something like CloudWatch access, right? So just type CloudWatch logs here, and if you scroll down, you will get something like read only permissions and logs full access. You can give this access, okay, as of the users if you want to create for the CloudWatch. So if you have already an user, I'll tell you how to attach the policies next. I'll create a users now. Okay, this is for the folks who don't have an user at all. Okay, I'm just going to create a new test user, and then I have added permission policies and all. Just create a user now. Okay, so it will create a user. Once it is created, you can see user created successfully. Open that user, test user. Inside that, if you have already a user, right? I'm coming to that folks now. So if you have already a user, let's say so on, so XYZ user, so, open that user here, and then go to permissions, right? And then attach a permissions by using add permissions there. So it's like you can add this permission, CloudWatch log full access. Now we are coming to adding security credentials, right? How to call APIs by using access key and secret key. So create that by using security credentials tab. Go to that, and you can add MFA as well, assign MFA to the device of the user. If you're giving that user something like dashboard access, you can assign MFA as well, so that it will be secured in a way. So I'm going to make access keys as of now, which is something like access key and security keys to use API calls, SDKs, so on. So create an access key. Here we have something like use cases, multiple use cases. I'm just going to go now as a local code, which is something AWS access key and secret key from the Boto3 library. So we have to click this checkbox, which is something like we are creating an access key, and then press next, right? And you can have something like if you want to add, it's like an optional, I believe. We just add a test user, right? And then create an access keys. So you'll get these access keys. Once you get this, you just download this for the safer side and copy this, make it in a file. Okay, we'll come from the beginning, which is something access key, and then the secret key, right? So I'll keep this as a side, and then now I'll click add as done. Okay, everything is done. Now we'll see how to send the logs to the CloudWatch by using Boto3. Okay, as we have created AWS access key and secret key with the user, and now we can directly start creating a code. Okay, so first of all, we need one requirement. It's the most popular package. We all have come across it. Like, let's say it's called as Boto3 libraries, right? So just we have to install pip install Boto3. It will install automatically. So if you have already Boto3, then no problem. Just make sure that you have it. So now it's already done. After installing, just import Boto3, then come back. Let's create a client. Okay, let's create a client. I'll make a variable called client equals to Boto3 dot client. Here it's like simple, right? So if you want to use you can see the doc strings coming up here. Like, first will be the service name, and all the other parameters will be something like config. So it's like if you're using Boto3 have multiple users of AWS. It's like all services you can connect by using Boto3. For CloudWatch it will say as logs. For S3 it will say as S3. For AWS instance, EC2 instance, so on. So whatever you want to connect, you can connect by using Boto3. So I'm going to use a logs now. As of now, just make logs, comma, and we need a region name, right? Region name. If you see here, it's coming like this, right? So just create it similar way. Next will be your AWS. First is something key, right? Underscore ID, and then access key. First is key ID, AWS key ID. Then second is AWS access key. Why? Because this is in a proper way. When I have copied it, it's in a proper way. So that's why access key ID is this. Then secret access is this. Okay, no problem. So we'll add that next. But the thing is, if you're not getting this doc string, right, you might be worried. So what I should do, how to find out, right? There's a simple trick. Everybody should get to know that, because when you're developing something, make sure that whatever the developer do, they'll create a function, and then the function needs some parameters, right? So go to this function. Let's see how they have created. So just hover on the client, go to client, you'll get all the details here. See, just copy this, right? If you want, come to this line and then make a doc, or else you just comment out everything and copy whatever the parameters you need. That's it, simple. So this is how you can debug the code. If you don't know how to call the clients and access keys and secret keys, or whatever the parameter it will use the function, so you can every time you can go and you can check it out. Okay, great. So this is one way. Okay, this is one way we can say, like one way of calling API. Okay, the second way is something like using a configs. All have come across by using a default configs methods, right? So it's like let's say credential. If you have AWS CLI, okay, if you have AWS CLI, you can configure using AWS-FN configure. Okay, so you can do that as well. If you don't have AWS CLI installed in your system, you can simply say like default. This has no extension. Okay, make sure this file it will look like this. If you go and check it out, it's a file, not in txt file. If you make this as txt, let's say F2, just make txt. And if you see the extension now, it says like text file. So we don't need that actually. So just Control Z, and then now it's a default method I'm going to call. So once you have created that file, make sure you add these things, right? So this is something like this, and this is something like this. Okay, so this is how you can call the default file. And another one thing is there, which is something like the region name. If you want to specify, you can make a config file again, same way, default, and then region underscore name. All right, whatever I have called there, I have to specify it here, and you have to copy these two files, or else just cut it out, Control X, and find one .aws folder which will be under your C, and then if you have created already, okay, it won't be there. If you have created already, then it will be there. It will be like, C users and your name, username .aws folder. You can create it by using, create a folder by using .aws. It's already there, so I'm not going to create it out. So just go inside and paste it there. That's it. Once you are done, you're good to go with the default method as well. Okay, so I'm not going to use this now. This is just just a thing to show you how you can use that method as well. Okay, so great. So let's quickly fill out everything. I think it's that the one, US East one or something. Let's go and check it out. I'm in the global now, so I'm going to go inside this CloudWatch, and I'm going to keep that IAM role as well, so that if we need, or in between, if we want to add some permissions, so that if the code is not working, then we can come here and then we just attach the permissions there. So that's one thing. Once you are in this CloudWatch, you go to this Virginia, where you'll see this region, right? You just copy this region and paste it here. That's it. So this region makes a important role if you want to see the logs properly where you are. If you want to go to global, you can just go to global. I think we don't have any option here, but I think if you go to home, it will be a global, I guess. So no problem. Now this is something like I have created a client with the region name and then access key I need to add, right? Access key is this. No, don't worry, I'll delete these keys. Okay, you can copy it if you want to. This is something access keys. Okay, so once you if you have like black Python extension attached, if you just Alt Shift F, it will be like formatted. I don't want to mess around with you guys, so just I'll be keeping like this itself. Okay, great. So this is one thing. Now the client has been ready. So client is ready. Just we'll go to one documentation so that we can put events there, right? Put log events. So Boto3 log or something log events. Yeah, so client log events, it's something like CloudWatch. I'll attach this link into documentation as well if you want, or else I'll leave it here. If I have added this into the GitHub, you get to know. Not there, sorry. I'm going to add it here because I'm going to make the client to be visible here. So now we just need to, okay, so put log events. Oh, so sorry. Okay, so this is something like we need. Take this. It says like response client put log events, log group name, log stream name, log events are the something like it's a JSON format, right? I'm going to create this like this itself. Just copy paste it. So you might wondering what is this group name and stream name, right? We'll come to that next. And then this log events, it will take two fields. One is something like timestamp, another is message. Okay, message might be a JSON format as well. It will be like this. It will be a string in the end. Okay, so it will be like a string in the end, and then you can make whatever you want to. We'll come to that next. Okay, as of now we'll keep it as it is. So the second is sequence token. I think we don't need this. It's not taking as of now. I think they have specified or something there, or they have specified anywhere. This is like it's already deprecated or something. Oh, accepted already. So we don't have to specify the this sequence token. No problem. So just keep it as it is. Here, there's a mistake here, right? 123 is not a timestamp. So this might give an error to you, or else it won't be posting the logs itself, because this needs the timestamp proper. So let's create a current timestamp equals to, and then int of time. I think I haven't imported time, so import time. Okay, so that's a thing, and I'm going to multiply that as 1,000 so that it will be a proper timestamp. So I'm going to copy current timestamp. Okay, here. So this is done. I think we have got everything, right? So this is something like the log group name. We have to create it out as of now. I'll tell you the methods, how to create log groups by code itself next. As of now, I'm going to navigate into the CloudWatch. I'm so sorry, I haven't told you where we have to go. This is something like it's a CloudWatch service. First, navigate to the CloudWatch. Inside CloudWatch, you'll get something like, in the left side, you'll get all the options here. You can navigate to log groups. Inside log groups, you have to. It's raining here. I'm so sorry if there's something like, there's disturbance around. So inside log groups, create a log group. Make it as a test log. This test group. Okay. GROUP, and expire it as 1 day, because this retention settings are something like, if you don't specify, or else if you keep it as never expire, what it does is it won't expire itself, okay, unless you delete it. What it does is, if you don't delete this group names and all, log groups, it might be cause you to bill, I believe. I don't know, haven't checked it, but make sure in AWS everything will go, how you will use it. So if you're using some services, it will bill out. Okay, so make sure whatever you're not using in AWS, you should be shut it down, or it should be make it as stopped by its own, like what I'm doing here. It's something like retention settings. So I'm going to make it as 1 day. Okay, if you're working on a long time project, you can specify your time, or else make it as never expire, and it will be coming under you. Whenever you delete it, will be deleted. So I'm going to create a log group now. Just create it a test group. Okay, and then come to this code, paste it your log group name here. Once you have created, go inside. You have to create a log stream as well. Okay, test-stream. So now copy this as well, and then come to your code, make this to work fine, right? So now I'm going to make, hi, this is my new first message. Okay, so this is something like, I'm sending a first message to the log. It's already done. We have the streams as well. So let's run this code. So it's done. Oh, I haven't printed the response. No problem. So let's see. Yeah, we are getting the message, right? So let's print the response now, and we'll see the errors, whatever will come across in the code next. So let's print the response. It's a small code now, as of now. Stick to the video. It will be like, huge next. Okay. So it's like we can make a new exceptions and all those things, so on. So if you want to resume your auto reload, you can just make this auto retry here. So it's like, this is again have added after somewhat like 18, 15, 16, 17 seconds. Okay, this is something when you want to create, when you have already created a log group and stream name, this code will work fine. Once you don't have this test group or test stream, this code will fail, right? So by this permissions, what we have here, I believe the CloudWatch Logs full access, you should have all the access for to add group, delete group, add stream, delete stream, put logs into whatever the stream you want to, so on. So okay, next we'll see how to create a log group by the code itself, check the stream is present or not, and how to create it out, and handle all the exception logs, whatever we'll get in the. Go to the CloudWatch log groups and delete this. No, I don't need that. Okay. Oh, sorry. Again, then just click on this and delete this. We are not going to use that now. So test group and everything is deleted. Let's try now. So it might say like it doesn't exist. Let's see. Yeah, it says like the specified log group doesn't exist. So this errors comes, right? Okay, great. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to make this as a variables instead of calling directly. So I'm going to make that as log underscore group name equals to blah blah. Next log underscore stream name underscore name equals to so on. So this is something log stream name, and another one is log group name. So this is group name, paste it here, then stream name, paste it here. Okay, So if you see now, there's nothing. Okay, I'll refresh it here. If you want to see, you can see there's nothing here, right? Okay, so now I'm going to make the new group. We can name it as a new group. Okay, and then second will be new stream. So now, okay, if you run again, it says like there is no stream. Let's see, we'll run it up. So there's nothing, so that is something we have to check it out. So I'm going to paste this, create logs, put log events, HTML documentation link here. For now, what I'm going to use is I'm going to make a response equals to client dot, which I'm going to use a client. Now I'm going to use a similar another method to create a group. Okay, create underscore log underscore group. Okay, so this is something, another method inside this Boto3. If you want, you can just search it out. I think you won't be getting there. So yeah, this is the documentation which I'm going to use now. Create log group and log stream. So we have both. Okay, use this. I'm going to paste it here. If you want, you can just go through. So now this is something like response create a group. Okay, so I need just this. I don't need those. Inside this, paste it. I don't need tags and all. Okay, no problem. Even I don't need this key and this key. Just keep log group name. That's enough. So this log group name will be this. Okay, so great. So this is one thing, to create a log group name, right? So now I'm going to use, or else just keep it out like this. It's enough, I guess. Client we are using again. So client, yeah. So that's good. Client again dot create underscore log underscore stream. So this plays an important role because if you see, there is only one argument which we're going to pass for the group name. For stream, you have to pass group name as well as a stream name. Let's see how. So I have attached the group name here. Okay, so stream, you can use this to go through these two things. Okay, paste it here. Great. So this is group name, and what stream name you want it. Like, let's say this is the stream name. I need the stream name. Okay, so this is something done. So let's hope it might create a groups and as well as a stream. So if I refresh also, you won't be getting anything, right? So now let's run this. So it's done actually. So we might have to get something. Yeah, we have got. So it's like, a new stream, and inside new groups, inside new group, it's a new stream. That's how we have specified. So, and also we have got the logs. So congratulations, you have come across until here. If you like this video, if you like me, some whatever I'm teaching and all, so please give a like, and please subscribe to my channel. It worth a lot to me. Thank you so much. And if you have any queries, any questions regarding this or any other services in AWS, please leave a comment. I'll definitely help you. Okay, this is what we have come across until now. So this is good. Okay, if you run it again, you might see some exceptions, I believe. So because it's already there and you are again creating it out, right? So it gives an exception saying that create log group operation specified already exists. Actually, this log group is already exist. So why you're making me to create again? So that's a pretty good point from the Boto3. So no problem. We can catch this exception and make it as pass, okay? So that it won't stop the code. So what we can do is we can make a try block here, try, and then make an exception of client dot I think exceptions, I believe, yeah, exceptions dot this exception we got, right? So just make it as pass, that's it. And then I think something issue. Just a minute. No, nothing. Yeah, great. So if I pass it here, it goes to this again. Let's see. Great. So I have passed it here, right? It might go to this as well. So yeah, it says like, log stream already exists. So same way we have to do, no problem. Just do it as it is, and then pass this as of now. Okay. So why I'm not using the both inside one try catch if you're getting some that queries. So I think first you have to create a group, then you have to go to the stream, right? So how you will catch it? Like if it will go to the client and it will says like exception pass. It won't go to create log also. So that's why if you add the down, I'm saying like, let's say if you add here, right, it won't go to this itself. It goes to pass once it is done. So that's why. So do the separate try catch blocks so that you'll go all the way. Like if you don't have the group name and if you don't have that stream name, it will create both. So now run it. You won't be seeing any errors and the logs will be added to the streams. Great. So you got the response and you have got the logs as well. So that's a good thing. Now let's see if I create a new group. Okay, second group. Let's say second, or else we'll do one thing. I'm using childish actually. So let's replace this to second. This is something now the second group I'm going to create. Okay. So let's see, it should create now. So it says the response is proper. So now let's go to log groups and refresh it here. See, we have got the second group as well as second stream. So so this is also a win-win to us, which is something like we are getting the data. Okay, we are getting the logs. So what if I create a different stream now? Let's say second new stream. Okay, so sorry for this names and all I'm using. This is for just testing purpose. You can use your own names if you want to, or else we can pass this as a parameters as well if you want to create a function. And if your code is robust and it's creating a new streams again and again, you can make that as a proper function as well. So it's success. Let's go and check. In the second group I have created a new stream, another stream actually. So we have a new streams as well. So we got this, right? This is great. This is something like really great actually. So this is one thing what we have to take care of. It's already done. Like I'll leave this whole code into the GitHub. You might use that there. Now we are going to see how to send a JSON data message. So for that we have to create a JSON body, which is something like data equals to the message. Message inside message will be like this is from client, and then another will be like the host. Okay, as of now I'm going to make let's see how it will work. Okay, so this is something data, and make sure when you pass this into the message, what you have to do is you have to make a JSON dot the data. Okay, so and then after that we have to import a JSON as well. Import JSON. I think this is done. Let's go and check it out. Great. So we have got a message as well as a host. Okay, so this is something like it's in the form of JSON. So what you can do is you can make this host as most dynamic value, which is something you might have multiple VMs, right? So we will be using socket for that. So what socket can do is we can take FQDN from the host. Okay, let me just make how to get FQDN from server using socket Python. Okay, so it's like we'll get host name as well as FQDN directly. I believe I have imported socket. Yeah. something like this. Let's see what it does. After writing this, we are calling this fqdn will go for socket.get fqdn from the host name, right? So this is something inside this socket we have a fqdn function, and then we'll be going with the host name. So I think it will take the host name from the system itself, I believe. So let's run this. Let's see what we'll get. Okay. So let's go here. Oh my god, yeah, so sorry. If you are defining something, then you have to add this, otherwise you just run this out. Yeah, we got the output now. So let's go and check it out. So it says desktop 1.5 i5 BP provide this. Don't know what's this, but yeah, about PC. I think this is one, I guess. Yep, this is the one. This device name, it will be called as the host name. No problem. Okay. So in VM it will be like an IP. Yeah. So now what we will be doing, we'll be passing this response, right, for E in range of 50 records directly, or else I'll make this to be working like here. It should work actually. Let's see. It's taking much time. It's done. Go and refresh. Yeah, we got the data. I think we have already got the data, but it was not loaded. No problem. So as of now, if you see, I have 50 plus records here. What I'm going to do now is, let's go for parsing the records, right? Parsing in the sense, I believe you don't know what the parsing is. Let's say if you have multiple JSON objects, JSON fields inside this message. Let's say I have host now. You might have multiple keys, so on, so whatever you want, you have added there, and then you want to split it out into columns, let's say timestamp message, so on. So for that, what we have to do is we have to go for the log insights. Okay, you have to click it here, and then make sure you'll just open this in the right side window as well, because you have to check how you have fields and all, right? So I'm going to pass fields only message and timestamp, and I'm going to limit it to something like 20 or 30. Let's see, it to 20. Run the query. Okay, we have to select the group as well, right? So go top and then check what's the group name is. Second group. Okay, second group. Select the groups and then run the query. So it will give you something like 20 records more often, and then here if you have, you can see it's one is fields and another one is message. This is not what we are talking about. We don't need like this. We need just passing the things. I'm going to comment out and then pass @messages. Inside this, I'm going to make a message, because inside this whole thing, I have message, host, I have message and host as a new fields. So those will be called as inside fields, right? So I'm going to pass it as, I'm going to call all whatever I have inside, right? So I'm going to make star and then star. If you are not able to see now, I think you will be able to see. So this is how it, oh sorry, why my system is slow. 1 minute. Okay, so this makes sense now. Yeah, so this is one thing, and another thing I need is host, right? So host will be something like this, and then again I'm not going to bother anything, so I'm going to pass all star in the sense like, you know, it will fetch everything from there. So as now here comes, you know, the best part, which is something, if you want to make this message and the host call from here, what you want the column names, right? So I need the column name as message itself as of now, and then comma host. So this makes sense. Now I'm not going to make any limits here, so just pass this query. Let's see. Voila. So we got something like, you know, message as well as host, but there is no okay, there's nothing inside, right? Why it's like this? Let's see. Oh, okay, I know this because, like, you know, if you don't give spaces after this message as and as well as host, so now it will come, I believe. Yeah. So yep, we got this. Like, you can make this as 30 as well. Then you will have this separated to the columns. Okay, so if you want to make this as a dashboard, and you can create a dashboard as well. So that's it for the video. We can do lots of things in this, you know, query log insights and all. Okay, so as of now we have done this. I'll leave this this is the comments and all, you know, in the description. If you want to, you can check it out there. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe my channel. If you have liked this video, please give a thumbs up. It will help for me, you know, for, you know, going further. I'm going to create a new things in my channel next. Thank you so much, guys.